I am a prince, not born to rule in comfort, but born into fire, into dust, into the cry of conch shells and the clashing of steel. I was born into war. Our land, Lanka, ancient, proud, bruised by centuries of betrayal. Yet she endured. Beneath her forests, rivers, and mountains lived a people who would not kneel. I was one of them. My name is Tikiri Bandara, son of King Mayadun of Sitawaka, the fiercest of 3 royal brothers. I was raised where boys learned to wield a sword before they learned to write. Lanka was fractured, not by mountains alone, but by bloodlines. My uncle Buwanakabahu ruled the glittering fortress city of Kote. The second brother, Reenactment Bandara, held the fertile southern lands. And my father, bold, unyielding, ruled the jungled kingdom of Sitawaka, where the rivers flowed fast and the warriors drank steel instead of wine. But peace never lingers where power is shared. When Reenactment Bandara died, my father absorbed his lands. Sitawaka grew, stronger, sharper, and Kote grew anxious. My uncle feared us, feared my father, feared me, so he looked westward toward new allies. Foreign ones, deadly ones. King Buvanakahu of Kote was struck down, not by an enemy army, but by a single shot from a Portuguese soldier. His blood had not yet cooled when the real plan unfolded. They placed his grandson, Don Juan Darmapala, upon the throne, a boy king with a golden crown, but no power of his own. The crown was his, but the will was theirs. Kote became a kingdom in name, but its heart beat for Portugal. Don Juan was the son of Princess Amadurbivi, the daughter of Buvanakabahu, and his youth became the perfect mask for foreign rule. From that day on, the throne of Kote was not carved from stone and gold. It was carved from Portuguese steel. The Portuguese did not arrive as strangers. They came as masters, welcomed by the crown they had helped place. They marched not as invaders, but as rulers in all but name, wearing golden crucifixes and iron breastplates, their thunder rods ready to silence any who defied them. Don Juan Darmapala wore the crown of Kote, but the will of the kingdom beat for Portugal. Dawn rose red over the Kelani River. Mist clung to the earth like breath from a dying man. The marshes of Mulleriyawa stretched before us, thick, treacherous, alive. I remember the smell of blood, the weight of silence, the calm before the fury. The Portuguese came in full strength, their boots heavy with pride, their cannons rolling behind them, their allies from Kote marching beside them. Our own kin turned against us, but we had the earth on our side. We had the trees, the river, and the rage of a betrayed people. I led them, the warriors of Sitawaka. Infantry hid in the reeds. Cavalry waited on the flanks. And at the center, our mighty war elephants, crowned with armor and courage. At my signal, we rose like shadows returned to claim justice. The battle began with a crack, musket fire splitting the air. But steel could not stop us. We struck from the trees, from the water, from the sky itself. Portuguese lines crumbled. Their heavy armor dragged them down. Their boots sank into the marshes. Their cannons misfired in the mud. And one by one, they fell to blade, to tusk, to fury. Their captain, Jorge de Meneses, tried to rally them. I met him face to face. Not as a boy, as a lion. He lived, but something inside him died that day. By nightfall, the Kelani ran red. They say over 1,600 men died in that swamp. Portuguese, Lascarins, traitors. The earth swallowed them whole. It was not a battle. It was a reckoning. Mulleriyawa did not end in silence. It echoed across kingdoms, across oceans. The Portuguese would never recover from that loss. Their dream of chaining Lanka cracked in the mud. And Don Juan Darmapala? He sat on the throne, but his crown was hollow, his power held by foreign hands. That day I was still a prince. But to my people, I became more. They began to call me Rajasinya, the king of lions. Not because I wore a crown, but because I had bled for them, because I had stood between them and betrayal. I was not crowned by a palace. I was crowned by the blood of warriors, the prayers of mothers, the silence that followed justice. I am Tikiri Bandara. I was born in war, and I will die before I let my motherland